Hi everyone, welcome to Our Casa Sweet Casa. I'd like to share with you some books I got recently for summer reading and also some bilingual books.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in to our Casa Sweet Casa.
Alright, so let's get into these books I wanted to share with you. I already had in mind to get some books to get the girls excited about summer reading, and then I made a discovery that really got me excited about getting some books for summer reading. I discovered that thrift books also applies to free shipping to where we live. I've mentioned this before, but we live in Puerto Rico, out of the continental US, and so shipping books either sometimes doesn't even happen. They don't even ship the books over here, or sometimes the shipping is very expensive. So when I saw that thrift books had some free shipping also for Puerto Rico, I got very excited. And this is my first time making an order through thrift books, and I thought, well, some of these books are going to be very lovingly used, so it's fine that they're thrifted books and we can give them some love and get into them. So these books are going to be from thrift books, and also it was a good chance for me to get into some classics that I've been wanting to get for a while, some literature, children's literature classics. I did not grow up with these books, so when I hear recommendations for very good classic books, I like to keep them in mind and get them as soon as I can, because they're also new for me and I love getting to know them with my girls and reading together. So the books I got from thrift books, the first would be Matilda by Roald Dahl. Like I said, have not read this, and this will be our first Roald Dahl book. Hope to get into a lot of them soon with them, but they've seen the movie and I thought they would get excited about this being their first Roald Dahl book. So this is Matilda. Also a recommendation I saw from other curriculum sites or reading lists, I saw that they had this in hardcover in thrift books, Bud, Not Buddy. So I thought it would be a good one to have. And also it's a Newbery Medal winning book, so that's always a good sign. So I'm excited for us to see this one together. Also, I saw this one from a video that Nikki in a Farmhouse Full. I like to see what she's doing. Never steered me wrong before. And she said that their favorite read aloud was Call It Courage, from what they did this year. So when I saw that they have this in thrift books, I decided to get it. It's also a Newbery Medal winning book, so it ought to be good. And also my second grader going into third grade, she hasn't really gotten into read alouds. It's still not exciting for her yet. My oldest, she loves it. She just wants to keep reading. So I thought this would be a good one. It's not if she saw this book, she wouldn't be as intimidated by the read aloud. And I think it's a good, it looks like a good adventure book, and we don't have a lot of these. So Call It Courage by Armstrong Sperry. Also, this book I saw in a lot of reading lists for my girls' age range. They're 11 and 7. And it also said that if they liked the Boxcar Children, they would like the Pender Wigs. So when I saw it on thrift books, I decided to grab it right away. If we do enjoy it, I think we will. It's a National Book Award winner. The Pender Wigs by Jean Birdsall. And we might just get the next in the series, but I got the first book of the Pender Wigs, and also it's about sisters, and I have 3 little girls, so I think they could relate. So the Pender Wigs, excited to get this one in the summer. Also, this one I hadn't seen in any reading list or anywhere else, but looking through thrift books, I saw this and the summary seemed like something we might like. It's Catherine Called Bertie by Karen Cushman. This is very common book. I'm sorry, did not grow up with these books, so I just went on instinct with this one. It's also it's a Newbery Honor book, so that gives me a good sign. And also, it seemed it could have a heroine that my girls could relate to, and it's a bit of historical fiction. So I thought it would be a good opening to this time period. and it seems to be about a good heroine that they might like and relate to. So Catherine called Bertie, I think we'd like this one. This is also a classic that you might go like, well, it's a classic. We've read this a million times, but I have not. It's the Indian in the Cupboard. I also remember seeing the movie, so a lot of these classics, I saw the movie, but I'd never read the book growing up. So The Indian in the Cupboard by Lynn Reed Banks. My girls have not seen the movie and have never heard of this, so I think they'll find it interesting. At least my older one, I think she will really like it. So The Indian in the Cupboard, I'm going to read this classic bestseller for the first time with my girls this summer. And my next choice for thrift books I chose because we really enjoyed The Sign of the Beaver by Elizabeth George Spear, and I'd seen The Bronze Bow recommended in the Story of the World reader companions for the lessons. And I hadn't gotten it, but then I saw it in thrift books, so I decided to get it because we really, really enjoyed The Sign of the Beaver. I think my girls will be a bit thrown off by the cover. They do judge books by their cover, as often kids do, so they might be a little bit thrown off by this cover. But we did enjoy The Sign of the Beaver by this author, Elizabeth George Spear. And it is a Nobel Medal winning book also, so I think we'll like it, and also it has some history in there. So, The Bronze Bow. This book I got also because it's a Newbery Honor book, but because of the lessons that it said it would teach. It's called The 100 Dresses by Eleanor Estes and illustrated by Louis Sobotkin. And it looks like a really classic, very beautifully illustrated book. And like I mentioned, I like the lessons that it would include. And it's about a little girl who's bullied for not having the same amount of dresses as the rest. And then a girl who goes on a journey because she did not defend the other girl that was bullied. So it's about bullying and about redemption and doing what is right. And no matter if you're the only one doing what is right. So I like the theme on this, and it looked like a really beautiful classic book, like I showed you. So I picked this one, though I had never heard about it before, but it had some things that stood out for me, and I think we'll like reading it together. Also, it's kind of like a simple read aloud for my second grader, so she won't complain that it looks too long. So, The 100 Dresses. And also a book that I got because it looks so classic, and it's a Caldecott medal winner for illustration. Caldecott is for illustration. And it seemed like a really classic book, and the illustration seems so cute. It's called Sylvester and the Magic Pebble by William Steig. And it's I also liked it because it said about the lessons that it taught. It's about a little donkey and appreciating what you have and being careful what you wish for. So I thought they would enjoy what happens to the donkey who turns into a pebble, and then the lessons that he learns. So Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. It's a little beat up, but I thought it's gonna happen anyway, so we might as well enjoy it, and then maybe someday I'll have pristine books, classic books, but I thought we enjoyed this together. And the last thing I got from thrift books, all of this I got from thrift books with free shipping, yay! And it's a book that I've been thinking about getting for a while. It's called The Care and Keeping of You. Oh, there we go. The Care and Keeping of You from American Girl Publishing, the body book for girls. And I've seen it in some science curriculums or different recommendations from other homeschooling moms. And like I said, my girls are 7 and 11, so I thought it was a good thing to get into in the summer at some point. So it's a book, I think they'd like that it's, the illustrations will get them excited about reading. We've been talking about these topics for some time now, but I think they'll like that we read about it together, and pimples, and I think they'll like the illustrations. So it's also something that we could read together, but I think that at least my oldest will grab and look into on her own because the illustrations are so inviting to her. So, and also something now that we have a little bit more free time in the summer to talk about and get into some routines and on some of the things. So the care and keeping of you, it has increased, and well, but I think it's something that they can just hang around and I won't mind too much because it's already creased, so they can do whatever they want with it. So that's the last one I got from Thrift Books. So I was really excited to get this order and have all these ready in line for summer. They got pretty quickly. They got all the way over here to Puerto Rico and free shipping, so that was good.